and gratitude for the support and the goodwill that your government has consistently extended to us at the Kenya Shipyards Limited. Your presence here to preside over the commissioning ceremony of MV Uhuru 2 is truly an honor, and we thank you for gracing the occasion. Your Excellency, today is a momentous day for all of us gathered here at the Kisumu Shipyard as we witness the commissioning of MV Uhuru 2. This remarkable vessel was meticulously constructed entirely at our shipyard here in Kisumu, and it serves as a testament of the spirit of innovation, teamwork, craftsmanship, and collaboration that defines our organization. The genesis of MV Uhuru 2 arose from the need to complement MV Uhuru 1, operated by the Kenya Railways, which was constructed way back in 1965. Together, these two ships now boast a combined capacity to transport over 2,200 tons of petroleum, other liquids, and loose cargo. Construction of MV Uhuru 2 commenced in May 2021 and was successfully completed in just 24 months, a significant achievement considering that such endeavors typically take 36 months. Through this local construction effort, Kenya Shipyards Limited has not only expanded its capacity, but also facilitated the transfer of valuable skills in shipbuilding and knowledge transfer within our nation. I am delighted to report that MV Uhuru 2 was built in strict accordance with approved international standards and specifications. The vessel underwent rigorous lakeworthiness trials, cargo load testing, and safety tests to ensure the highest quality and safety standards were met. The construction of MV Uhuru 2 represents a monumental stride in harnessing our industrial potential to bolster national economic growth and development. By choosing to build this vessel at Kisumu Shipyard, a substantial portion of the construction cost remained within the Kenyan economy. Moreover, the project generated over 4,000 direct and indirect job opportunities during the construction phase. Your Excellency, MV Uhuru 2 symbolizes Kenya's contribution to marine commerce in the Eastern African region. This vessel will navigate our waters, connecting the economies of Eastern Africa and fostering partnerships. It will proudly bear our flag as it sails across the lake, serving as a testament to our commitment to responsible and sustainable shipping. MV Uhuru 2 stands as a beacon of our ability to innovate and adapt, not only as shipbuilders, but as guardians of our maritime heritage. Your Excellency, I would like to appreciate the immense support that Kenya Railways Corporation has granted to Kenya Shipyards Limited. Our collaboration with Kenya Railways Corporation has encompassed joint utilization of assets, innovation, and knowledge transfer. This anchors Kenya Railways Corporation as our key partner and customer. I must also take this moment to acknowledge the invaluable technical support extended by the MS Damen Goriken of Netherlands throughout the vessel's construction, and we have their representatives here, sir. Their willingness to share skills and knowledge played a key role in the success of this project. Sir, I'd also like to express our deep gratitude to the National Treasury, the Ministry of Defence, and the Kenya Defence Forces leadership, as well as the dedicated service personnel and the entire Kenya Shipyards Limited team. Together, we worked tirelessly to ensure that MV Uhuru 2 was delivered on time and within budgets. Your Excellency, sir, it is now my distinct honor to invite you to deliver your keynote address. Thank you once again for gracing with us your presence on this momentous occasion.
Thank you very much. Please, let's take our seats. Thank you very much, General Otieno. This is a salient milestone in our historic journey of national transformation. The event by itself is extraordinary, and the venue is significant in a couple of critical ways. The commissioning of MV Uhuru 2 is another encouraging achievement which demonstrates the rapid maturity of this sector and of our national shipbuilding industry, and highlights its dynamic capacity to undertake different important assignments and deliver various types of vessels in this emerging space. In May, I presided over the rededication of Kenya Navy ship Shupavu, the first naval ship to undergo a midlife refit in Kenya, which proved the capacity of Kenya shipyards to undertake complex engineering tasks requiring specialized scientific and technological expertise. Today, we are commissioning a wholly newly built merchant marine vessel, once again demonstrating the ability of the Kenya shipyards to build, repair, and maintain ships for local, regional, and possibly international operators. The work of building MV Uhuru 2 and upgrading the Kisumu shipyard has been undertaken by Kenyan professionals in a project which provided many young people with practical shipbuilding skills through apprenticeship and on-the-job training, and was completed within 24 months, and well within its budget. I must congratulate my predecessor, President Uhuru Kenyatta, for his foresight in coming up with this shipyard refurbishment. When one morning he asked me for us to visit Kisumu and see what the military could do, when we came here, it was a heap of dirt, wreckage, and old buildings. To see what we are seeing here today is phenomenal. And I must say, both President Uhuru Kenyatta and the leadership of our military, with a lot of foresight, drove this program to where we are today. When I took over office, it is among the first decisions I had to make when the leadership of the military asked me directly whether this project should continue and whether it was a priority of the new administration. And I confirmed to them that it should just not continue, that it should be accelerated. For these remarkable feats, I commend the entire Kenya Shipyards team for once again exhibiting admirable professionalism and the highest standard of skillful work. I am proud to note that the Kenya Shipyards is quickly emerging as a leader in high-quality shipbuilding for our local and regional needs. Consequently, the Kenya Shipyards have been contracted to repair and maintain ships for government ministries, departments, and agencies, including the Kenya Coast Guard Services, the Kenya Ports Authority, the Kenya Maritime Authority, the Kenya Marine Fisheries Research Institute, and private operators in the Indian Ocean coast, as well as this Lake Victoria. There is no doubt, therefore, that the Kenya Shipyards is emerging as a center of shipbuilding and maritime excellence and is poised to become Kenya's strategic anchor in the development of our blue economy and all the resources associated with it. This event is therefore important as a critical component of the national agenda to catalyze the growth of the blue economy by channeling technology as well as local and foreign direct investment into a diverse industrial ecosystem with distinct clusters assembled around shipbuilding. To the extent that our bottom-up economic transformation agenda recognizes the blue economy as a vital component of a sustainable national economic growth strategy, shipbuilding occupies an essential place in national development. The place where this event takes place is also highly important. We can all agree today that the Nyanza region is going to play a leading role in the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, not only because it typifies our national potential as a country, but also because it is endowed with the capacity to make unique contributions to growth and development. The region is an undisputed leader in the production of crops like cotton, rice, oilseed, sorghum, sweet potatoes, and its famous crop sugar. We have invested in mechanization and extension services together with the revival of irrigation projects. Just 2 weeks ago, the Cabinet made a decision to contract another $40 million facility that would help expand the Lower Nzoia facility that covers both Siaya and Busia to extend an extra 20,000 acres of rice growing under irrigation in the two counties. We all invested in mechanization, as I said, and extension services together with the revival of irrigation projects and collaborating with county governments to support farmers through the provision of subsidized inputs. Yesterday, again, I was in Migori, and I did explain to Kenyans in Migori that next year we will equally be expanding the Lower Kuja irrigation program from the current 5,000 acres to 19,000 acres in the program that we have for next year. Again, to expand our production of rice in Kenya that currently we have very serious deficit. And in fact, it is draining most of our foreign exchange earnings. This is why we are confident that an economic renaissance powered by agro-industrial revival is underway in the region. This will certainly lead to a renewed vibrancy of our ancient lakeside market, Kisumu or Osumu, where the communities of our region gathered to conduct barter trade of highly needed commodities. I was telling Professor Anyang' Nyong'o that the word Osumo, which means exchange of products and goods, barter trade in essence, means the same thing for the communities in this region. Kisumu means the same thing as Osumo. Kisumu in the Kalenjin language and Osumo in the language of this region. So we're all, it's quite an experience. Kisumu has not just been a center of activity for local communities, it has also served as a key regional port city which drives and is driven by activities within the Lake Victoria, the heartbeat of our East African region. Lake Victoria plays a primary role in our region's blue economy in terms of fisheries and the provision of vital transportation links between Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, keeping our regional community cohesive and in motion. Through its shipbuilding, maintenance and operations capacity, the Kisumu Shipyard is set to provide indispensable support for regional economic takeoff of the Lake Victoria Basin by facilitating fisheries and maritime transport. By driving the regional economy around the Lake Victoria, the shipyards will therefore contribute to regional integration and the economic transformation of our region. Again, with our Ministry of Blue Economy, along this Lake Victoria from Busia all the way to Migori, we are establishing infrastructure, fishing infrastructure, landing sites along this lake region, 2 landing sites in Busia, 2 landing sites in Siaya, 2 landing sites here in Kisumu, in a place called Asat and in a place called Ogal here in Kisumu, 2 landing sites in Homa Bay, and another 2 landing sites in Migori, including in a place called Sori, where I visited sometime in the past. And this fishing infrastructure, complete with landing sites, cold rooms, common user facilities for processing, will not only enhance the economic activity around fishing in this region, but it will also add to our pool of opportunities, both for commerce and for jobs, and significantly contribute to our food security by making sure that we have more food from the resource we have in Lake Victoria. I encourage all county governments within the Lake Victoria Basin to identify and develop economic opportunities directly and indirectly arising from the shipyard activities and related infrastructure. As we go forward, I encourage the National Treasury and the National Shipyards to explore a public-private partnership model that will expand the shipyard's capital base and enhance its capacity to undertake larger commercial ventures in order to make a stronger contribution to national revenues, to create more job opportunities for our young people, and to transfer more skills and competencies, and also enable big companies to work with us in technology transfer. Technology and skills transfer is critical for the development of competitive capacity in such complex technical fields as shipping. The Kenya Shipyards has benefited immensely from the technical support made possible by its collaboration with Damen Koringen during the construction of MV Uhuru 2. And as has been said, we have 2 representatives here. Maybe I will ask the gentleman to stand up. We applaud them. A round of applause for these 2 good people. Their contribution has been immense. Thank you very much. The success of this project and the standard of the vessel we've just commissioned, is an excellent testament of the technology transfer and capacity building made possible by this collaboration. As the MV Uhuru 2 sails the waters of Lake Victoria, it will be a symbol of our region's collective dream of a brighter future made possible through partnership and collaboration, a reminder that our journey towards economic transformation will require consistency and high standards, and prove that we can deliver above expectations. That is exactly what my good General Otieno and team have demonstrated to us. Let me also congratulate the people of this region that today, in the cabinet discussions that we had in this port city of Kisumu, we also received, as part of the ongoing process of the reforms in our sugar industry. Cabinet was briefed of the report that today the certificate from Parliament was submitted to the National Treasury for the ultimate write-off of 117 billion debts that have for a long time saddled the sugar mills, the 5 sugar mills in this region, namely Soni, Chemelil, Moroni, Miwani, Mumias, and also Nzoia. Finally, we now have all the debts behind those companies, and these companies are now poised for new investment and new transformation going into the future. In that same report that we received today, government will now be adjusting the budget. Hopefully by Friday this week or next week, we will be presenting to Parliament a new budget proposal that will make it possible for 1.7 billion shillings to be made available to these 5 mills to be able to pay farmer arrears that have been outstanding for as long as 4 or 5 years. What is happening also will set the stage for a leasing program that will see these factories and the mills and the nuclear estates being used to transform and to provide the mechanism for us to turn around these facilities. And as I made a commitment that there will be no privatization of any part, and there will be the land that was contributed by communities and by regions will continue to be land that is that will be for the communities under the county, and that this time round the program will also make it possible for communities using either counties or any other agreed framework for them to benefit from the lease of the facilities, both the nuclear estate and the mills that will be made available to private sector to make sure that they can use it appropriately. It is my intention that, unlike in the past, where nuclear estate and all the facilities put together by government are made available and they have no benefit, no accruing benefit to communities and to counties. That is going to change. Today also, we went through the final process of concluding the Gogo Dam end project that will generate additional 8.6 megawatts. And today, again, we approved an investment of $30 million in that project. And we have given a timeline that this should be complete in the next 24 months, not just to increase the contribution of energy from the western part of Kenya, but to also make it much more predictable and reliable. This, again, this investment will make it possible to stabilize our grid and to make sure that we have stable power for both household and manufacturing requirements. Among as many other things that we did is also to agree on how we are going to host both all the tournaments that we have, starting from AFCON to CHAN to SECAFA and to all the others, and to spread all these facilities across Kenya. I know Professor Anyang' Nyong'o is on record as making his position known as to where is the place of Kisumu in hosting these facilities. I want to confirm to you, Professor, that we have taken into account the place of Kisumu in hosting at least some of the tournaments that we have spread across the country. With those many remarks, ladies and gentlemen, I wish MV Uhuru 2, its captain and crew, fair winds and following seas as they do their part to keep the engine of our regional economy running. Thank you very much. God bless you, and God bless our great country Kenya. Asanteni sana.
Mheshimiwa Rais, niombe tubaki tukiwa tumesimama kwa wimbo wa taifa. Wale ambao wamevalia kofia zisizo rasmi, tafadhali naomba tuweze kuzivua. Wimbo wa taifa. Basi niombe tuweze kuketi. Mheshimiwa Rais anapoondoka.